If you've been building electronics projects for any length of time, you've almost certainly run into the 555 timer. It's one of the most iconic chips ever made. Simple, cheap, and incredibly versatile. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to test a 555 timer IC using nothing but a multimeter. By the end of this video, you'll be able to confidently tell the difference between a dead chip and a wiring problem, saving yourself time, money, and a whole lot of frustration. Before we start poking at this chip with probes, let's make sure we actually understand what we're testing. That way, the test results will actually make sense to you. The 555 timer is an integrated circuit, a tiny chip that contains a surprisingly clever little circuit inside. It comes in an 8-pin DIP package. DIP stands for dual inline package, meaning it has 8 legs, 4 on each side. These 8 pins are everything: power, ground, inputs, outputs, and control. If you want to dive deeper into how a 555 timer actually works, just click the link down in the description. Alright, it's time to test the 555 timer with a multimeter. Set your multimeter to diode test mode. Depending on your multimeter, you might need to cycle through the function key to the diode setting. A functional 555 timer should display a voltage drop between 0.5 and 0.8 volts. If you see OL or 1 on the display, that means the circuit is open. If you see a very low reading near 0, that means it's shorted. Here's the key to this whole test. The red probe stays on pin 1 or ground for every single measurement. You're going to work your way through all the remaining pins 2 through 8 one at a time, touching each with the black probe. I know that sounds backwards. Normally red is positive, but in diode mode, the meter is applying its own internal voltage. With the red probe on ground and the black probe on each signal pin, you're forward biasing the internal protection diodes between each pin and ground. That's what gives you a clean, consistent diode drop reading across the whole chip. It's a much faster and more systematic way to test than swapping probes around for each pin. Let's go through them one by one. Touch the red probe on pin 1. Touch the black probe on pin 2. We're getting a reading of about 0.7 volts, which is right where it should be. This confirms that the internal junction between the trigger pin and ground is intact. Keep the red probe on pin 1. Move the black probe to pin 3. Again, expect 0.5 to 0.8 volts. Keep moving the black probe down the line, testing each pin until you reach pin 8. A healthy reading should land right between 0.5 and 0.8 volts. This 555 is good. Let's test another 555. Perform the same test as before. Keep the red probe on pin 1. Move the black probe from pin 2 to pin 8. We're reading about 0.2 volts on pin 3, which is unexpected and points to an issue. Pin 3 is measuring under 0.5 volts, which tells us this 555 is bad. Let's test one more chip. We're getting an OL on pin 2. That means an open circuit, so this one's bad. With pin 2 showing an OL reading, we know this chip is bad. You now have a method for testing a 555 timer with a multimeter. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing for more electronics tips and tutorials, and hit the bell icon to never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.